Hello everyone. The results of the National Staff Survey are published today, and I'm absolutely delighted to be able to share some of those results with you. I can't share them all in the space of a few-minute blog, but I will try and share with you some of the headlines. And what I will say is that overall it's a hugely positive staff survey and showing again that HPFT is one of the best mental health and learning disability trusts in the country, thanks to you. So firstly, though, I wanted to say a thank you to the over 2,300 people that took the time to complete the survey. It's the highest response rate we've ever had. And why this matters is because it means we've got a really good representation of what's on your minds, what you're feeling about working in HPFT. And it means then when we have a look at the actions we're going to take forward, they will be the things that matter most to you. So thank you again for taking the time. So what have you said then? Well, the first couple of things that I'm going to share are that 90% of you have said that you feel your role makes a difference to service users, and that 85% of you think that service user care is our organisation's top priority. I'm so proud to be HPFT's Chief Executive, and I'm sure when you hear and you read those two results, you will feel that too. When I think about why I come to work every day and why I know you come to work as well, it is, isn't it, to make that difference for our service users and carers who are accessing our services. So, and being able to make the difference. And what I read into those results is that it means that you feel you are able to make that difference. And that you are able to make sure that service users remain our top priority. So that, as a starter, is a great place to be. What's it like to work in HPFT then? What have you told us in the staff survey results at headline level? Well, 85% of you have said that you enjoy working in your team. 73% of you would recommend HPFT as a place to work. And 78% of you feel that you have the opportunity to develop your skills and your knowledge, and that 63% of you feel that you have the opportunity to develop your career. And although that last one seems a bit low, actually it's of note that it's the highest score in the country for mental health and learning disability organisations. I've worked in some fantastic teams throughout my career, and I'm really, really lucky, I know, to have had the opportunity to grow and develop and be the Chief Executive I am today. I want the same for each and every one of us who works in HPFT, and I'm delighted that many of you feel this way already. But I do acknowledge we have further to travel to ensure this is the experience for everyone. But I am pleased to see we're on the right track. You also know that we have committed to addressing inequalities and eliminating discrimination and creating a culture in which everybody feels that they are able to thrive, that they are included, and they feel that sense of belonging too. And last year we launched our belonging and inclusion strategy, as you know, co-produced with you. And I am really pleased that we are beginning to see some of what we've been doing and the action we've been taking play through in some of our results. So 80% of you who responded said that you feel HPFT, our organisation, respects difference. 75% of you feel colleagues show appreciation to one another. 79% of you feel colleagues are polite and respectful to each other. And 79%, nearly 80% of you again, feel that colleagues are kind and understanding to each other. And that really plays to the heart of who we are as HPFT, our values. So I am really, really proud, and you should be too, that that's how people are experiencing life within HPFT. But there are areas where we need to do more. Some of our scores, even though they are well above the national average, are not where we'd want them to be. Some of our scores, even though they are high, demonstrate that we have a journey to travel to get it right for everybody. The areas that have particularly stood out for me at a headline level, and again, I will stress there's loads more for us to discuss, but the things that have stood out for me is that 25% of you who responded said that you have experienced harassment, bullying or abuse from service users, from carers or from the general public in the last year. 17% of you said that you've experienced physical violence from service users in the last 12 months, and 30% of you said you feel worn out at the end of your working day. None of that is acceptable, and it's things that we've really got to work together to address, and I'm absolutely committed as Chief Executive that we will do precisely that. It's also really deeply concerning to me that some groups across the Trust have again given feedback in the staff survey that they're not having the same experience of working at HPFT. This includes people who are LGBTQ+. It also includes people living with a long-term condition or illness. In feedback received, there has been demonstrable improvement actually in the experience that Black, Asian, ethnic minority people in our organisation have of working across HPFT, but even here we have some way to go in making sure it is a truly equitable experience. I hope you know that we're started on our journey. I hope you know that we will continue to prioritise the actions that will change this for everybody. And I know you'll appreciate that I can only share a snapshot of the results today, as I've said. There is so much more for us to have a look at together in this. And we started the conversation yesterday at the Colonnades in the big conversation. Local conversations are planned across Norfolk, Buckinghamshire and Essex in the next month. And I know that managers and team leaders will be having a look at what the results mean in their team, having the conversation with you. And my ask of you is that you really engage in that conversation. You look at what your team members have been saying, you look at what you might have said, see how it feels, see what action you might be able to take at a local level in your team to make a difference, and then also what else you want us to be thinking about trust-wide. Thank you again to everybody who took part, who took the opportunity to give us your views. Every single piece of feedback we are looking at, there are hundreds of pieces of feedback for us to explore together. Everyone, I believe, should feel proud of these results. There are some really good, positive areas of practice that tell us we're getting a lot of things right. But I do know we're not getting it right for everyone, and we've got more to do. And I give you my absolute word that we will continue to push on those things that will make that difference. And we will, because of how we've been before, I have absolutely every confidence that we will continue to be on the right track and continue to make those improvements together. For now, though, I'm going to leave you with that 85% of people said they enjoy working in their team, and that you have said that you feel you can make a difference, and that we prioritise care for our service users and for our carers. And thank you for that.